Hey, good morning, folks. This is the first of two videos that I'm going to post today regarding the AP Lit exam because it is coming right up. And we have to really spend our class this week and next week prepping for that. So to that end, I'm going to share with you this link. This is somebody put together, some other AP teacher, but I'm going to happily steal it because it's really good. And it looks at this particular section I'm looking at here, looks at the multiple choice questions and how to approach it. And one of the things this person says is that, and that's accurate, is that there's basically 8 types of multiple choice questions. As you get into looking at these, you want to understand that. So let's quickly look at the 8. And hopefully this will help you as you approach the multiple choice that you're doing for class this week. So the first is reading comprehension. You can look through these, but the reading comprehension. So this is your ability to understand the passage and what it's saying at a basic level. So you can see what that is. It'll usually say according to or asserting or something like that. You can see that here. So that's basic reading comprehension. The second type of question is inference, where you have to infer something that's not explicitly stated, but it's implied by the passage. So you will have to, in this case, it says, from the first sentence, one can infer which of the following about the Dodsons and Tullifers' religious and moral ideas. And you'd have to infer from what it says what their religious ideas are. The third type is having to do with literary terms, especially figurative language, metaphor, similes, imagery, etc. Identifying and interpreting figurative language. There's 2 types of this type. There's identifying, where you either have to identify a specific device or identify what kind of device is being used, like in the first question here. And then the second is interpreting. This is harder, where you have to say why a specific device is being used. So, here, that phrase, that live tongue is best understood as, or, it might say the metaphor in line 2 is used to suggest what, that kind of thing. So you have to interpret those. Fourth type is literary technique. This is the basically these questions involve identifying why the author does what they do, from using a particular phrase to repeating certain words. So basically, this is why the author writes this in a particular way. So which of the following best describes an effect of the repetition of the phrase "ask us"? So this might be in a poem where a person uses a lot of alliteration, and they might say, the purpose of the alliteration in the last stanza is to suggest what, that kind of thing. Number 5, character analysis. These questions will ask you about a character. Whether it's in a poem or a short story or a book, being able to interpret characters' beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors by what's suggested in the text. There, as it says here, a special kind of inference question. Because you have to infer about actual characters. Some of you are very good at that. That's a tricky one. Number 6, overall passage questions. This is where you have to identify or describe something about the passage or poem as a whole. So this is where kind of as it says here, I was going to say a bird's eye view. This is where you have to kind of zoom back from the text and look at it as a large piece. What's the big picture here? Number 7 is structure. This is specific structural elements in the passage. So it might say, like this stanza 2 suggests, say what, a reversal of the original theme, a duplication of the original theme, etc., that kind of thing. So basically, what's the purpose of any particular section of writing within the larger context? Why does the author use this particular kind of shift, this tone, etc.? Number 8, finally, is grammar nuts and bolts. There's not a lot of these, but there are questions about grammar, especially in poetry. Why does the author use the semicolon in the second line? Or what is the effect of the dashes in Emily Dickinson's poem number 95? Something like that. Or why does the author use this particular word? And what does it suggest? That kind of thing. All right, so those are the 8 types of questions. That's it. That's all there is for types. I will give you another video in a couple minutes about the essay questions. All right, bye-bye.